know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and did they ever. Set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the play fake, here's Dart. That's caught. It's Tyrone. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Giants first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
Waste of time. Do it.
3rd and 9. Slayton is the man in motion. Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. That's taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Cowboys.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Devontae Williams. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. It's another run here for Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. That is Ferguson in motion. Third and short. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
First down, it is Williams. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Whoa! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. This is Davis.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A give left side. Here's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the shotgun, it's Dak. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Giants offense ready to see the football for the second time. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. To the 45. And he's all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play for the Giants. It's a gain of 49.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be taken down. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. He'll try and get there on the ground. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary. But then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short. But not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
On the ground, it's the tight end. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
And I really like the play call, especially given this situation. But remember, these defensive players, they get paid too. So even though it's maybe something they weren't necessarily prepared all week to defend, they got the stop before he was able to score.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jackson Dart. Touchdown, New York.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Prescott now. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. On the RPO, and he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down, a pickup of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Giants. As we are ready to get back underway.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Cowboys.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Play fake. Prescott. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A huge play for Dallas. 33 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Open man, right side. He's got it. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Dak to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On the give, it's Tracy.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Throwing. Dart. They swing this out wide to Tracy. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is Dart. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. To return, it is Turpin. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try the right side with Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Williams. He'll manage only a couple. Tackle made by Dane Belton. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try to run for it. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Two yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Out of shotgun. It's dark. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this 1st half. Now a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the 2nd half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. and bring up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. On the return, Olszewski. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be third down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On third down, here is Dart. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From the 31, here's second down and 2. Trying the left side, here goes Williams. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Second down, Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with first and goal. He is down at the 6.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Back to throw is Prescott. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go play action here with Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On the play fake, here's Dart. Open man is Robinson. going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And that quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On 2nd down, Dart. This throw, left side, taken in by Johnson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That is incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He has Hyatt complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. Tracy. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Giants cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. On the return, here's Turpin. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll step up and run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. So, a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
A give, and here comes Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. It's another run here for Williams. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams to the 5-yard line. Now going to get a stoppage, injured player. Oh, it's CeeDee Lamb who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. One more time for Williams. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Flushed to his left.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Giants.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Now Dart. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3rd and long, and Dart is going to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, The rest is up to them.
Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Dart gonna throw it again. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he will score! Game on! Tyrone Tracy, touchdown Giants. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Yeah. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's out wide to Williams. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll go with Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll talk things over before third down. They'll try to run for it with Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, that's Clayton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Going right, it's taken in. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. To the air once more is Dart. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.